I do support a $15 minimum wage. I think there is equally as much, if not more, evidence to dictate that it would grow the economy and long run and medium run benefit small businesses as well as large businesses.
We have a very big need in our country to pass the minimum wage. We've been working on this fight for 15 for a number of years now, and it's long overdue. What are we? 14 years later, we still haven't raised the minimum wage.
Minimum wage not been raised by Congress since 2007, 14 years ago. And let us be clear, no ifs, buts, and maybes. $7.25 an hour is a starvation wage. That's what it is. We must raise the minimum wage to a living wage, at least $15 an hour. And when we do that, not only will we be lifting millions of Americans out of poverty, we will be providing a raise to 32 million American workers.
I want the American people to understand that there's a consequence to spending all this money. There's a consequence to flooding the zone with money, because there's just only so much money coming in the door. And if you have to double the cost of paying a worker, you're probably not going to hire anybody else. And teenagers and senior citizens benefit from jobs in the hospitality industry and the service industry, make a little extra money that first job. But if you increase cost on the restaurants throughout this country right now, you're going to crush them, Mr. Chairman.
I will concede that there are trade-offs.
Yes.
And I think that the simple conception that if we raise the minimum wage, that'll cost us jobs, misstates the nature of that trade-off and misunderstands the suffering of people who are living in an unsustainable way, in an undignified way on the existing wages.
But if you raise the minimum wage, you actually reduce the number of opportunities for folks like Slade and Cassie to be able to go to work and support a family. You actually increase the costs, you lower employment, and you have a negative impact on the long-term viability economically of everyday families like Cassie's and Slade's.
Specifically when it comes to the $15 an hour federal minimum wage issue, this would be so harmful for our Iowa small businesses. Bringing it home to me as a mom, someone who did work for fast food in high school and in college at the minimum wage, but then becoming a mother and relying on child care, the impact to Iowa's child care centers at a $15 an hour federal minimum wage would cause an increase of 21% to Iowa's child care centers. 21% passed on to our families. Many Iowa families would not be able to afford that increase in child care.
Middle-class Americans are spending more and more of their income on rent, and a majority of renters with incomes below the poverty line spend more than half of their income on housing. Now we have to do a lot more to raise incomes, and I've outlined some of the ways that I will do that, including the national minimum wage should go up to $15 per hour and expanding the earned income tax credit to provide a bigger lift to working people.